Hello everyone, welcome to Urbanscape Bangalore, and in this episode we will be looking at the paddle leaf succulent, or otherwise called the desert cabbage. This is from the genus Kalanchoe. The scientific name of this plant is the Kalanchoe thyrciflora or the Kalanchoe Luciae, and this is a native to some African countries. So you can imagine the conditions it likes. Really warm, dry climates is where this can thrive. So if you live in colder countries, you can grow this indoors during winter by regulating the indoor temperature. These plants do produce blooms. They look like a cabbage with a stalkless leaf alternately placed amidst each other. This dies once it finishes blooming, so always remember to take a cutting after the blooming is done. The plant also has this white powdery substance called the epicuticular wax, which is just like a sunscreen for succulents, so don't wipe it off thinking it is powdery mildew. This is very essential for the plant to conserve water by reflecting sunlight. The leaf margins of the plant is reddish and will turn even more red when exposed to bright light conditions or when it is under stress, and also more often during winter. So let us talk about sunlight requirements. So if you are growing this indoors, a south or west facing location is ideal, and the succulents prefer dry zones to humid zones. So don't try misting the leaves of the succulent, etc., especially when it is indoors. Outdoors, you can keep it under full sun as well, but if your region gets intense sunlight, then give it some shade. Full sunlight can burn the leaves. So outdoors, make sure it gets protection from the harsh afternoon sunlight. So here I will be transplanting this plant into a terracotta pot of a bigger size. This plant can grow really wide, so a broader container would be preferable. Here I will add some broken pot pieces to cover the hole. Make sure you add the concave side of the pot piece right on top of the hole to allow free movement of water out of the container. Add the potting mix, which is 50% sand and 50% compost, in the container up to a level. Now slowly invert the existing container and take out the plant gently. The leaves are brittle and it can break very quickly, so be careful. You can inspect the root ball and make sure for any plant that you buy from your nursery, avoid breaking up the root ball completely. This will surely kill the plant, especially tropical plants. Succulents are still resilient. Now add the plant in the center of the container and backfill the plant till you see no air pockets, and the plant must snugly sit in the container without any drastic movements. Now let us talk about watering the plant. Immediately after transplanting, water the succulent or any plant for that matter. But avoid watering the leaves of the plant, especially if you're growing your succulents indoors. Only wet the soil once you see few inches of the soil have completely dried. It is always better to err on the side of caution, wherein underwatering is still acceptable, but overwatering will decimate this plant because succulents have water already stored in their body parts and they don't need too much water. The little, the better. Remember to reduce watering during winter. Succulents are not very fertilizer hungry because they thrive in poor soil. So even if you don't use liquid fertilizers, it is still okay. You can keep top dressing the plant with compost maybe once every 3 months, and that would be enough. This can be affected by mealybugs. Just spray neem oil pesticide to get rid of those insects. So you can propagate this plant with the help of stem cuttings or leaf cuttings, which will probably be covered in another episode someday. Till then, keep watching Urbanscape Bangalore, and if you like this video, then please like, share and subscribe. Also follow me on Instagram and Facebook. The links are given below. Thank you for watching Urbanscape Bangalore, and until we meet again, goodbye.